When you keep the devil's property in your house, he will visit that house often. I've seen a situation where people receive gifts from people and in their dreams, they are being haunted. And this person is a native doctor. Trust me, you're going to catch an infection called familiar spirits. Hello and welcome back to another beautiful video. My name is Sandra. So today I would like to share with you guys why I don't accept gifts from certain kind of people and what the Bible has to say about not accepting every kind of gift. I have fallen out a couple of times with a few of my subscribers that come to tell me, oh Sandra, I would love to gift your children, I would love to give you. And when my spirit is not settled with that gift, I'll tell the person, oh, thank you so much, but of course, maybe later or next time you can gift us. I've had myself be in situations where I'll talk about it on my video. For example, recently when I was scammed, someone messaged me and offered to help. And when I turned down that offer, I know how that person felt, and it caused a little rift between me and that person. But of course, sometimes in our lives, God causes men and women to favor us greatly, that sometimes you yourself, you'll be wondering, why is this person favoring me this much? Yes, it is because at that point you are in a realm called the realm of favor, when people just see you and they choose to favor you. There is always a season like that in our lives, but that still doesn't mean that you should accept any kind of gift being offered to you. So today I've come in this video to share with you 6 kind of gifts you should not and should never accept from anybody at all. So if this is the kind of video you're interested in watching, sit back, relax, and I'll be right back shortly. The first kind of gift never to accept from anyone is a sudden kind of gift from someone who never liked you, who never loved you, who despises you, who has done a lot of things to even pull you down, and all of a sudden this person decides to gift you. I would like you to, this time around, allow the spirit of discernment to come into play, so that you can actually discern whether this gift is coming from a place of love or this gift is a trap. Yes, we can actually receive gifts as trap. It has happened to me. I have fallen a victim of that here when I newly started my YouTube journey. A gift came as a trap to me and I accepted it, and it caused a rift between me and that person, and that's in the past right now, because we have all moved on and reconciled and made peace among ourselves. When we discovered that the devil actually used this particular person to lure us into conflict and disagreements. So be careful when accepting gift from somebody who does not like you from the very first beginning, or who has had issues with you and hated you so much, did everything possible to bring you down, to tarnish your image, and all of a sudden they are coming to gift you. Be very, very careful about receiving such gifts. Okay, backing it up biblically, you can see what happened in 1 Samuel chapter 20 when Saul threw a very big party. Saul never liked David. Saul wanted David's downfall. In fact, it got to a point where Saul wanted David dead. But all of a sudden, he threw a party, invited David to the party, and because David was lucky to have Jonathan by his side, Saul couldn't succeed with his mission. You see what happened there? And even at some point, Saul was attacking Jonathan for not allowing his mission to be accomplished against David. Saul went ahead to tell Jonathan that, oh, David wants to overthrow you as king and all of that. You can see all of that in chapter 29 and 30, how everything played out. So you understand that if David was not diplomatic enough, he would have fallen into Paul's trap of death. And it was actually a death trap, because if his plate wasn't empty, only God knows what kind of food he would have been served in that party. So there is certain kind of gift you shouldn't accept from people that never liked you. So always allow the spirit of discernment to come into play whenever you're about to accept, whenever you're being offered a gift from someone who never liked you, who never supported you, who never liked you from the very beginning. It may look very enticing, but of course, if you check what the Bible said in 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 2, you'll see that there are certain kind of people that the Bible called wicked and unreasonable. These are people that just hate you for no reason, and their heart is filled with wickedness. Such people, you don't accept gifts from them, of course. And again, Saul even went as far as promising David his daughter's hand in marriage. So you can imagine how far he went just to see that he destroyed this person with gifts. So shouldn't accept gifts from people who hate you. And David gave a very, very smart response. He said, who am I? Who are my parents? Who is my father? Who knows my lineage that I should have the king's daughter as a wife? So he was very, very diplomatic about all his dealings, all his responses with Saul. And that was how he escaped all the death traps that Saul set for him. Even in 1 Samuel 18 verse 17, Saul made another offer to David. And he went, and David was still diplomatic about this whole thing. And if David had accepted that offer and killed those people that Saul, asked him to kill, he would have lived with a curse for the rest of his lives. Also in Proverbs 23 verse 6, you're going to still see what God has told us about not accepting all kinds of gifts and gifts from people who does not like us. People who hate us and does not like us, and all of a sudden they want to gift us. So this is the very first kind of gift that I, Sandra, will be very skeptical about receiving, and some of the reasons why I have not accepted gift from certain kind of people. I remember when my grandmother died, someone reached out to me that they want to gift me. This is someone who caused a very huge misunderstanding between me and people just because she gifted me and couldn't keep her mouth shut and was everywhere talking about me, talking the ones I did and the ones I did not do. And now, after 3 years, this person came back to come and gift me, and I rejected the gift. I said, if it's your money that will make my grandmother not to be buried, please keep it to yourself and don't ever reach out to me. I don't hate her. I don't hate her, but I hate her attitude and her pattern. So I need to disassociate myself with such a person. And that was why I rejected that gift then. But people misunderstood it and they tagged it all manner of things. And trust me, this same person that I rejected her gift went back to those people she knows, talks down on me, tries to tarnish my image, to share with them that, oh, see, I reached out to Sandra to gift her and she rejected the gift. Imagine if I had received it. Imagine if I had accepted that gift. So be careful the kind of gifts you accept and the kind of gift you receive from people. This is the number one. The second type of gift you shouldn't accept is gifts that make you restless. Yes, if this gift has made you restless and you know that, okay, this person wants to gift me, but I am skeptical about it, I'm restless, my spirit man is telling me not to accept it. Mind you, the spiritual controls the physical. Always pay attention to your spirit man. Whenever you have a prompt in your spirit, pay attention to it. Don't say, oh, life is not that spiritual, I shouldn't be paying attention to things like that. Don't say, oh, after all, this person accepted. Your destiny, your calling, the grace of God upon your life and that of that person is not the same. So don't always do things because someone else has done. Don't always ignore a prompt in your spirit man. Be very careful. For example, someone tries to visit me and my spirit is telling me, oh, my spirit is not relaxed with that visit. I'll tell you, oh, sorry, this is not a convenient time for you to visit. Maybe some other time, let's reschedule. What about that? That is also another example of, a gift or a visit making you restless. Something making you restless about a particular gift. You need to say no to it. And this is also why I always say no to certain kind of gifts. I've had a woman comment on every post on YouTube that talks bad against me. She supports such posts. She leaves a comment. She makes a contribution about any video where they are talking down on me. And this woman, all of a sudden started coming close to me. Yes, my husband became so skeptical about it because I share everything with my husband. My husband became so reserved, so skeptical. It took me a lot of, a lot of pressure, a lot of, it took me time for my spirit to accept this person again in my life. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I was feeling. And my husband was feeling the same way also. But then after some time, my spirit began to relax. But up till now, my husband's spirit has not accepted this woman. And trust me, at some point along the line, she will gift you, she will bless your life, but then she holds so much entitlement to it. My spirit will keep telling me that this person is feeling so entitled to certain parts of my life, and then it gives me some sort of resentment. It draws me back. And at some point, I just call myself, Sandra, you need to just move on. When this woman reaches out to you, fine, it's okay. But when I try to, reach out to them back, I have this feeling in my spirit that makes me feel like, oh, she's feeling like I'm reaching out to her because of what I stand to gain or what she's going to give me. But it was never like that with me. So at some point, I had to just slow down and just start cutting down on almost everything gradually. And I had my peace. Another example is when Naaman wanted to gift Elisha. You can see that Elisha rejected that gift. Yes, because he was spiritually alive and alert, he could sense that there was something about that gift. But Gehazi went behind Elisha to go and receive that gift. You're going to see all of this in 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 12. He caught leprosy. Who could have known that gift? He wasn't alive spiritually. And he didn't bother to ask his master, oh, what about this gift that you rejected? He went ahead to receive it. And he caught the leprosy that was meant, packaged in form of a gift for Elisha. Can you see why it is not every gift, especially when that gift is giving you a troubled mind, you're restless about receiving it? Be mindful. Pay attention to your spirit man. In 1 Kings chapter 13, I think from verse 1 or thereabout, God sent a prophet on an errand. He was called the young prophet in that Bible verse. He sent him on an errand to go to somewhere and do something. And then God instructed him, do not eat there, do not drink there, and don't follow the same route when coming back. So if God can actually restrict someone from receiving gifts, I mean, there is nothing wrong with eating food, drinking wine with people. But if God can actually restrict people, a prophet for that matter, from eating at a place, drinking at a place, or receiving any gift from a place, that means it is not every kind of gift that we should receive. And if you go down, if you read further in verse 19 of that 1 Kings 13, you're going to see that when that prophet violated that law, we all saw the consequences. You're going to see the consequences of disobeying God. So it is always important to pay attention to your spirit man, especially when that gift is making you restless. I am very good at doing that, Miss Sandra. If you're the one that is holding my life and you're making me uncomfortable around you, I don't have a say just because you're gifting me. I don't have a mouth of my own. I don't have a say. I just get limited in my doings around you. I don't flow freely with you just because, you've gifted me or something. See, even if you're the one holding my life, I'm going to be so restricted about coming close to you, about relating with you, about mingling with you. And it's one of the things that limits me and restricts me from moving with people. Number 3 is gifts connected to idol worshiping and idolatry. I've seen a situation where things are dedicated to idols, meats, items, gifts dedicated to idol, and people come to gift them to you. You know this person is an unbeliever. This person is an idol worshiper. And this person is a native doctor. He makes money from that business. And that's where he makes his money, and he comes to gift you, and you're associating yourself with it. Trust me, you're going to catch an infection called familiar spirit. I've seen a situation where people receive gifts from people, and in their dreams they are being haunted. I've seen a situation where we go to pray for a family, and in that family it is being discerned according to the help of the Holy Spirit that there is an object in this house that is attracting that spirit that comes to visit them. The woman will dream that a hand is coming through the window to touch her. The children will dream that a hand is coming through the window, and when they scream in that dream and they wake up, the hand will be saying, "Give me my property." And when we got there to pray, God was saying that there is an object, there is a property in this house that is connected to an idol. And guess what? When we started praying, their father inherited a chair that his own father inherited from his great-grandfather. And that's the chair connected to that familiar spirit that follows them everywhere. They have moved out of different houses, packed into new houses, and that spirit was still following them. Yes, you cannot keep the devil's property and he will not have access to you. He will have access to you. When you keep the devil's property in your house, he will visit that house often because something is attracting him to you. And this same thing happened to Daniel. When the king offered Daniel food and wine and drinks, he said, "I will not defile myself with the king's meat." That means because Daniel sensed in his spirit man that that meat was dedicated to an idol. So he said he will not defile his body. You know that this meat, your grandmother went to the shrine. He doesn't go to church, he's an idolater, and he went to the church, to their shrine to go and share meat and come back. You eat out of it. Before my grandmother repented, she used to go to all these shrines where they kill meat, share meat, and all of that. Me and my auntie Joyce, we don't used to eat. We tell her, Mama, we don't want. Cook and eat. It took us years to convince her that Jesus is the Alpha and Omega. And I'm so glad and happy that she gave her life to Christ before she passed. You can see what Daniel did. Ordinarily, food does not defile a man. But Daniel said, I will not defile my body with the king's meat. Meaning he knows and he sensed it that that meat was dedicated to an idol. So please, mind what you inherit. Mind what you're eating. Mind what you receive as a gift. Be very sensitive about it. Somebody will gift you and you have serpent's head on that gift. Or you have a snake called on, a pole, and then they give you as a pendant or something. Why should you wear it as a child of God? You shouldn't wear that. You shouldn't wear that as a child of God. You know what that symbol means. It is spiritually attached to a demonic spirit, a satanic spirit. And now you want to wear it. Why did the Bible use snake to describe Satan when he came to deceive Eve in the Garden of Eden? Why? Because it's a demonic spirit. You see most of this wine. You see most of these spiritualists, they use snake symbol in their altars and all of that. That is to show you that it is a demonic thing. You shouldn't be wearing things that have such symbols on them. These things are portals. They will use them to lure you into demonic places. You receive books, demonic books, spiritual demonic books, all those books that messes up with your senses and all of that. That messes up your spiritual life. They will tell you, oh, this is just a book. Don't read it. It's just magical book. It's just magic book. It's just this and that. Don't receive it. It will lure you into demonic dedications that you're not prepared for. You dedicate yourself to something you don't know unknowingly. Do not inherit all those idol gifts from your parents. Don't. From your forefathers. I've seen a situation where people inherit wooden images. They'll tell you, oh no, this is for my grandmother, my great-grandmother. What? Do you know the name that was called upon that gift? Do you know the spirit associated with that gift? You just receive it. No, don't. One day I'm going to share with you guys what happened when I was growing up. At my age of 17, something serious happened. And we traced it down to my roots. And if not that my parents are Christians and believers, by now, I'll be among one of those people that has been deceived. Maybe by now, I'll be in the shrine, a very dirty environment, messing up my life, wasting my life that I would have used to serve God. So please, mind what you inherit. Mind gifts you receive. Do not receive a gift that is associated with idol worshiping, something that has been dedicated to an idol. Do not receive a gift from people you know that they are idolaters. What can they offer you if not what they get from the devil? I'm not saying that God cannot raise unbelievers to be a blessing to you. Like I said before, there's a realm you get to. It will be a realm of favor. God, anybody that sees you at that point wants to bless you. Of course, you can receive gifts when your spirit is settled with it, but not when you know in your spirit man that this thing is connected to idol worshiping and you receive it. Or you inherit a property that has been transgenerational, passed across generations, all in the name that our forefathers kept it. This is the image of this person. This image represents this person. Do not receive it. Exempt yourself, exempt your family, your immediate family. I'm not saying go down to your village and burn down your shrine, your village shrine or your family shrine. No, unless God has sent you to do that. But always exempt your nuclear family from inheriting such demonic gifts. Do not receive gifts that compromise your integrity as a child of God. Someone will come and tell you, oh, if you do this, I'll give you this. And you know that that gift, what you're about to do, what you're being asked, what they're asking you to do is something that will hurt another person. They will tell you, oh, tarnish this person's image because you have the platform to do that, and I'm going to give you this. or they are gifting you, you know inside your heart that this is why they are gifting you, and you go ahead to do that thing that pleases them just because you want to keep your relationship with them. And at the end of it all, someone is somewhere crying. You've destroyed someone's image just because of a little gift that you could have rejected and done the right thing, but you received it. Yes, because you want to tarnish that person's image. You make yourself a tool for the devil to be used. Do not receive any gifts that will compromise your integrity, your dignity, and your stand as a child of God. If you read the book of Judges chapter 6, you're going to see how Gideon was limited. The idol that Gideon's father worshipped limited Gideon from being blessed of the Lord. So this kind of gifts, this kind of inherited items, this kind of things can actually limit God from blessing you. You know, if you read the book of Proverbs 22 verse 1, you are going to understand better why I am saying do not receive gifts that will make you compromise your relationship with God, because God's gift, a gift from God, is not conditional. It doesn't cause sorrow. The Bible says God's gift God makes rich and adds no sorrow. So there is no way God is going to gift you and a sorrow will be attached to it. If you're receiving a gift to do something that after doing you'll be like, oh Jesus, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Then that gift is demonic. Say no to it. Reject it. You must not receive every gift. Something happened 2 years ago in my life when I was at a time of my life when everybody condemned me and saw me as the devil himself. Someone reached out to me and said, Sandra, I know you know so much truth. Open your mouth and talk. After they have gifted me, shortly, few days after they have gifted me, and I was like, wow, oh, is this why this gift came? And I told her, please, with all due respect, I will not do that. And please don't ever tell me to do this kind of a thing. If it has to do with that, your gift, I can equally return it. And that was the last time this person reached out to me. Tell me that that gift is not demonic. If you read the book of Numbers 22, chapter 22 down to 23, you see what happened with Balaam. He was paid to attack the Israelites. He was paid to perpetrate evil against the children of Israelites, against the children of Israel. You saw what happened. So be careful of the kind of gifts you received. Mind the gifts you receive, and they use it to make you a tool to perpetrate evil against other people. So let's talk about it in the comment section. How do you feel listening to me? What did you learn from this video? Do you receive any kind of gifts, or am I alone on this table? If you know other kind of gifts that we shouldn't receive, please, I'm open to learning, okay? You can also drop them in the comment section and let us together talk about it. Please, if at this point you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button, join the family, and expect more of this kind of beautiful content from us. Also, like this video, it will help the video spread across the internet for other people who needs to hear this, who needs to know this, who doesn't know about this, to get to know about it and also benefit from it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.